near-death experiences that they encounter beings that encourage them to return, to go back, to do it as well. Now, I don't know if these beings are encouraging them to go towards the light or go back to their bodies. I didn't really dig into it too much on that. I just thought it was interesting. And the second one is basically the one that has the most legs is the advanced civilizations are manipulating us theory. That seems to have the most legs on it to go, and from the ones I was able to pull together, take a look at it. There's several people that have done several TV shows and commentaries talking about the who. It's all that always seems to come down. Seems to me that the human race, right? The human race is in a three-way tug of war between lizards, the Anunnaki, and basically tall whites is what they call them. People that look just like us, right? The Anunnaki are bigger than us, but people that look just like us, that is the three-way tug of war that is fighting for our souls. So.
But, and see, this is what I come back, but why?
The why?
Why? Would it like?
Well, I got.
What is so special? What is so special about?
So.
What is so special about the human soul that it makes it a food source for other beings?
So here's based on some of the cross analysis that I did to get into it. Actually plays into this. There's multiple types of alien species according to, if we're let's go full into this rabbit hole, bro. Right?
Yeah, might as well.
But only a few of these type of species have what we have, and that is a soul and emotions. For example, there are reports of the insectoids don't have a soul, right? And they don't understand how a soul works. And that's what they want. They want the ability to create a soul inside of them. And you go into other creatures, I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head, right? They don't have
the soul being an identity separate from the physical body.
From a hive, from us, right? So me and you, we each have a soul, right? So no matter what, you and me, right? They want that, and they're trying to figure out how to make that. The second one is a group, I can't remember who they are off the top of their heads. It's supposed to be like 12 of them. They don't have any emotions. And they can't figure out how that works or whatever. What's love, what's hate, all this other stuff, right? Basically, fear and love, all emotions.
We're just a weird outlier that makes no sense, and they all want a piece.
Supposedly, the reason why Enki and Enlil, we're going to stay in that rabbit hole. The reason why Enki and Enlil got into a fight, and they're supposedly still warring, is because Enlil said, you gave them the potential to be greater than us. So evidently, Enki spliced 22 different alien species into us. 22. Oh, right?
So we're some kind of hybrid thing.
Basically,
and so that would make sense as to why they wouldn't want to tell anybody, because they'd be like,
yeah,
we're an experiment. That would blow open literally everyone's brain.
And the catalyst was the Tower of Babel, where if you read in the Bible, it says, look what they can do when they work as one, that we were actually building a Stargate, not a tower, but a Stargate. And that's when, and if you read the Bible, they scrambled our languages. And that's where the term Babel, to Babylon, came from, or, Babylonian, Babel, whatever. So Enki made us the potential to be too powerful. That's why they put these supposedly caps on our DNA so our left and right hemisphere brains don't ever sync up, because we would become basically a bunch of Jedi, 8 million Jedi down here. And that's how it would go down. If you follow that theory. And if you follow that theory along those lines, right? And so what happens is that the reptilians, right, were here first. And the Anunnaki were more superior than them. And they put us there. And that's where, if you go down, the talking reptile in the Garden of Eden told us that who we really were. And then, they got upset and all of that stuff. That's why they're driven underground. either way, it's a fascinating read. Either way, it is a great story. And either way, I can say that I had a dream one time, a very lucid dream one time, where I saw myself, my consciousness, shoot out of a black pool up to the ceiling, and that was the creation of my consciousness. And I felt that I've been reincarnated 7 times, right? I feel that this is my seventh time on this earth, right? And I do have deja vu sometimes that I feel that is, like I said, that's so powerful that I cannot stand it. I hate that feeling. I hate it. I hate the fear that comes after. I can't stand being scared. I hate the fear that comes after it, right? And yeah, man. So that is my take on this. But I got one little more fun fact for you, Jay.
Okay.
Before I tell you my fun fact, Jay, reincarnation, yes or no?
I'm beginning to believe a little bit, just because. Yeah.
You got to admit, man.
Say
the last 4 years
have been weird. Tentative, yes. Well, far weirder than I expected, but yeah, totally as weird as I was. Kind of like, you remember me saying that before, back like before the pandemic. I'm like, it's about to get really fucking weird.
Yeah, and I didn't calculate it. I didn't have my bingo card, Murder Fog 2025, so I didn't know what dimension did we crack open where on that, right? So that's all.
I told you, we're in a simulation and somebody hit the apocalypse button, and we need to just flip that bad boy off. So, all right. Well, here's the kicker for you. Supposedly, again, I don't have a source on this, but supposedly the soul catcher has been destroyed. And it was destroyed the day of the eclipse way back. And that's when they destroyed it, during the eclipse. And that's why everybody felt this sudden shift of like a darkness being pulled off of them. And that we are now free to leave this realm and move over into our higher states of consciousness, right? Okay. And I got no way of proving that, and I got no way of knowing how they know it, right? Suppose another thing too, I don't understand. People talk to me all the time. People think I'm so dialed in. They're like, white hats did this, black hats did that, gray hats did this. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What's a white hat, gray hat? The good guys. Yeah. Who's the bad guys? Okay. The black hats. The black hats. I'm like, all right, man, cool. So all right. So anyways. And then people like us who are gray hats.
Huh?
People like us who are gray hats.
How am I gray hat? What's that mean?
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.